APC.
Arise.
No, 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 no. Did I say APC?
No. Sir, don't worry. Just say I won't be Lamine Shaitan regime. The devil is a liar.
I think I need to drink some strong purgative to
Okay,
get that out of my system.
Thank you, sir.
Oyegun shocker, a slip of tongue, or there is more to it? My people, you won't believe what just happened. A moment that lasted just a few seconds has now taken over the internet. A slip of the tongue, a political habit, and suddenly, boom, the whole country is talking. Today on Gist Angle, we are diving into the viral moment where Oyegun shouted the wrong party name on stage. And Nigerians, they did not hold back. Stay with me because this gist is hot, funny, and revealing at the same time. It was supposed to be a serious political gathering, the ADC National Convention 2026. Big names were present, supporters filled the hall, cameras were rolling, energy was high. Then Oyegun stepped on stage, confident, calm, experienced. He picked up the microphone, looked at the crowd, and began to speak. And then he said it. Not ADC, but APC. Yes, you heard that right. For a brief second, everything paused. Then suddenly, the hall erupted in laughter. Even Oyegun himself froze. And then he said something that made the moment even more unforgettable. Did I just say APC? At that point, it was over. The damage had been done. The moment had been captured. And Nigeria had found its next viral clip. Now let's talk about what happened immediately after, because this is where the gist gets even better. People in the audience couldn't hold it in. Some were laughing openly, others were shocked. Some were even recording like their lives depended on it. You know Nigerians, once something like this happens, content must be secured. And just when you thought it couldn't get funnier, another politician on stage jumped in with a joke. He teased Oyegun saying he needed deliverance. Deliverance at a political convention. At that point, even the serious faces in the room broke. But Oyegun didn't back down. Instead, he responded with humor. He said he might need a strong purgative to flush it out. That line sealed the moment, because now it wasn't just a mistake, it became entertainment. Now let's move to where the real fire started: social media. Within minutes, the video was everywhere, and the reactions, pure Nigerian creativity. Some people said, "Body dey ADC, but spirit still dey APC." Others wrote, "Old habits die hard." And then the memes started rolling in, from edited videos to voiceovers to dramatic slow-motion replies. It became full-blown cruise content. Even people who don't follow politics were watching and laughing, because at the end of the day, this wasn't just politics anymore, this was entertainment. Now let's slow down a bit and really think about this, because beyond the jokes, there is something deeper here. Oyegun didn't just randomly say APC. That came out naturally, automatically, which tells you something very important. When someone spends years in a system, it becomes part of them. This wasn't just a mistake. It was muscle memory, political muscle memory. And that raises questions. How easy is it for politicians to truly switch loyalty when they move to a new party? Is it real or just strategic? Are these changes about belief or about opportunity? Because if the might still defaults to the old party, then what has really changed? Let's not forget, Oyegun didn't start in ADC. He was once deeply rooted in APC. In fact, he played a major role in shaping the party during its early years. So moving from APC to ADC wasn't just a small step. It was a big political shift. And transitions like that, they don't just disappear overnight. It's like changing schools after spending years in one place, or switching careers after decades. Your mind still goes back sometimes. So in a way, this moment was human, relatable. But because it happened in politics, it became national entertainment. Let's be honest, nobody does humor like Nigerians. Give Nigerians one small mistake and they will turn it into a festival. People didn't just laugh, they created stories. Some said, he needs spiritual cleansing. Others said, his tongue has not defected yet. And then the dramatic ones added, even his subconsciousness is loyal. At this point, the internet had fully taken over the narrative. And once Nigerians own a moment like this, there is no going back. Now let's look at the bigger picture, because moments like this can actually affect perception. Politics is not just about policies, it's also about image and public confidence. So when something like this happens, supporters might laugh it off, critics might use it as ammunition, neutral observers might start questioning things. Even though it was harmless, it still sends a message, whether intentional or not. Because in politics, every word matters, every slip counts. Let's talk about the power of the video. If this happened 20 years ago, it might have just been a small joke in the room. But today, everything is recorded, everything is shared, everything is replayed. That single moment is now on phones, on blogs, on YouTube, across social media platforms. And once something goes viral, it lives forever. This is the reality of modern politics. No moment is too small. No mistake is private. So what can we learn from all this? 1. Habits don't disappear overnight. 2. Public figures are always under watch. 3. Humor can turn mistakes into moments. 4. Social media controls the narrative. And most importantly, in Nigeria, even politics can become comedy. At the end of the day, this was a simple slip. Nothing more, nothing less. But it became something bigger because of timing, context, and audience. It reminded us that even experienced leaders are human. Even serious events can have funny moments. And even a single word can shake the internet. So tell me, if you were in that hall, what would you have done? Laugh, record, or just shake your head? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Gist and Go. Turn on your notification bell so you get our updates when next we post.
It's Gist Angle.